Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is a very special video for me because I've been laughing for the last 24 hours. My friend over here, DJ Seaway, is a Cowboys fan. He is also the co-host of Sports Talking with JB. I know JB pretty well. I've hung out with him at the Senior Bowl, met him at the Senior Bowl. He's been on the channel. He's a great guy. Seaway is also a great guy. But Seaway is also a Cowboys fan, just like my viewers and my listeners know. My podcast co-host Rodney is as well. So me and JB have that in common. We both have Cowboys fans as our co-host.
Yeah,
Um, Seaway, how you doing before we get into this, buddy?
man, I'm blessed, man. Having a great day. Other than Jerry and Jerry's world, I'm great.
Oh,
What about
dude.
yourself, brother?
I am doing fantastic. It's been a great 24 hours. I called Rodney as soon as Ian Rappaport posted that he got traded. I called Rodney. I was like, dude. He's like, spit it out. I said, rap sheet. He goes, what? I said, Micah got traded to the Packers, and he goes, what the, and just starts cussing. It was so great. It was the best reaction I thought I could have gotten. And then I immediately went, I got to text Seaway and make sure he's still okay, because
Yeah,
I knew when you saw that come, you were like, what are we doing, Jerry?
yes, man. I was just reading it. I was just scrolling through Twitter, then the alert came through my phone. Then two alerts, one from JB, one from my
Yep.
coworker, and then my brother, who is a Packers fan. I called JB first, but he told me he'd call me back in 5 minutes. And then I called my brother. He was just getting off of work, and he's a Packers fan. And so as
Oh
soon as
no.
I told him he had not seen it, I said, before I could release it, he started cheering in my ear.
Yeah, man. Hey, I think everybody, like, dude, I was eating because I was getting ready to
Yeah.
do a podcast and then also watch some college football. And I was
Mm.
watching a video where Schefter had been on McAfee show and he had said that he had heard that if it was to happen, it would happen yesterday. And it's funny,
Yes.
it's so funny looking back now because I texted Rodney yesterday morning and I said, hey, Micah will get traded by the end of tonight. Like he will get traded or he will get signed by the end of tonight. It's happening today. And he goes, nah, they ain't trading him. But what was really funny though is that Michael Irvin was on NFL Live 1 minute before the trade came through and said, Jerry ain't trading Micah. He ain't that crazy. And then a minute later, Schefter's like, he's traded. I
Yes.
felt so bad
Man,
for
and
Michael
this is
Irvin, man.
I did too. And I listened to the interview first day first. This is one of the times that it shocked me. I listened to the interview that he had with Michael Irvin trying to water down the process. I understood Jerry's point of view to a certain extent. To a certain degree, I understood
Yeah.
his point of view. But at the same time, and me and my dad had talked about it because he's a Cowboys fan. He was like he can't take it anymore. He been off the bandwagon, so I still been holding on. And so I just started thinking, Jerry, that's almost like a defendant goes in the courtroom and did not have his lawyer with him to talk to the jury, to talk to the judge.
Exactly,
It
bro.
just was just crazy. And in my personal opinion, if we would have lost any of those players that Jerry was trying to hold out on, I would have took it to be Dak or CD Lamb. Because you can replace, I love Dak, don't get me wrong. You can replace Dak. You can replace even a CD with another 1,000 yard, 1,000
I mean,
to
they did just trade for George
1,200
Pickens.
yard receiver. Yes. So I would have been okay last year if we would have lost CD Lamb. But you lose Michael Parson, who's 26 years old, and the things that he can contribute to the team, that's one player that can play defensive line, linebacker. He can even play strong safety as he chooses to. He is faster than your fastest DB, the defensive back on the field. He is faster than a lot of the
Yep.
running backs, and he's shown that, over and over again. And it's just mind blowing, bro.
Well, what I've noticed, and I noticed it last night because I watched Jerry's press conference because I'm thinking there's no way Jerry is actually going to speak to the media and it not be entertaining. It's not gonna, like it. And when he kept saying, "We got to stop the run. We got to stop the run," that is true. But what really made me go like Jerry needs to Steven needs to stop his dad and say, "Dad, stop, go home. We'll handle it from here," is when Jerry said we're better off without Micah than we are with him, because he said that the 4 picks they have in the first round, they can turn into an all-pro Pro Bowl player. What team a week before the season is going to trade you one of their all-pro Pro Bowl players for first-round picks in next year's draft? Like that, nobody thought this was, and that's why I didn't think it was happening, was because of how close. Like they kick off Thursday night against the Eagles, and
the
you
defending
trade
champions.
away. And look, don't get me wrong. They got a good player back in the trade. They did,
Right.
but he's a 29-year-old player. He's aging, and you only got 2 first-round picks. The Raiders got more for Khalil Mack than you did for Micah Parsons. I'm sorry. I've been hearing Michael Irvin and Jerry Jones call him Michael for 3 weeks. So now I'm starting to Micah Parsons.
Michael.
But I do.
Tom
Pelissero did finally tweet out the breakdown of the contract that the Packers gave Micah. $44 million signing bonus. $62 million through the first year, $100 million through the second year, $141 million through year 3, $120 million fully guaranteed at signing, another $16 million in an injury vest a year early. He's getting it this year as opposed to next year, and you usually get that on the second year of your deal, the injury vest. And like Pelissero was like a massive and real deal. But what's crazy to me is that what I don't understand is Jerry said in the press conference last night, he said, there's no doubt we could have signed Micah back in April. Then why didn't you? All you had to do was call the agent. That's all you had to do. That's all Micah asked was call the agent.
That's
I don't understand.
And me and JB spoke about it. And I don't understand either. Me and JB spoke briefly about this, right? Okay, Jared wanted 5 years, right? Michael Parsons is 26. You can get him 4 years, he'll be still 30. And if he re-signed a year early, if you keep him, he's still 29. Versus if you do the 5 years, he'll be 30. And even if the Cowboys do not want to re-sign him, how many teams are going to take a chance on a 30-year-old, 31-year-old linebacker, defensive end linebacker at that moment? Because he's already dealing with injuries. I like how they always say the second year, that's money, is all him. You lock in a player like Michael Parsons, and last time I checked, the Cowboys, we have not been doing good in the draft first round. This year we did
Well, that's the
decent.
thing.
We got Tyler
Somebody
Booker.
pointed it out. I think it was Dan Orlovsky pointed out your last 2 first-round defensive draft picks, Taco Charlton, who's I don't even think on the roster anymore, and Mozzie Smith, who hasn't worked out either. Like Micah, what I think Jerry thought, this is just my opinion, is he thought this is going to be like the Herschel Walker trade. But the problem was when you traded Herschel Walker to the Vikings, you didn't have a franchise quarterback making $60 million a year. You didn't have a franchise wide receiver making $60 million a year. And you weren't a Super Bowl contending team when you traded him.
Yes.
And you were able to turn those picks into Troy Aikman because you were bad, into Emmitt Smith, into your dynasty. The Packers are going to be good regardless. With or without Micah, they're going to be good. Now, the worst case scenario, the picks are going to be in the early 20s. Like,
yeah.
You're not getting like somebody said that Arch Manning was going to be a Cowboy. No, he's not. Because if
I saw Dez Brown put that.
Either year Arch comes out. First of all, you're paying Dak Prescott $60 million, and his cap hit the next 2 years are over $70 million each. So you can't cut him. and nobody's going to take that contract.
And you can't trade him
So
because
what?
he
You're going
has
to
a no
bench a
trade clause.
$60 million? Yep.
Yeah, and we can't trade him because
And
he
nobody
has
would
a.
take the contract anyway. Yeah.
And I'm just being
But even
honest.
if
I
you
love
could,
that.
like,
And even though I love Dak, even if he decided that he wanted to get traded, if Dak Prescott unfortunately does not win a Super Bowl within the next, by the time his contract up, ain't nobody gonna really want him at that time. This is it for
no, because
Dak
he'll be
Prescott.
33, 34 at the next
34.
deal. Like, he'll be a
Yes,
34-year-old quarterback.
yes,
That's the other thing.
and
Like,
I
go ahead.
no, and I was about to say unless we go 0 and 16, I mean 0 and 17, 2 or 13, 3 and 14, we're not getting Arch Manning. I mean, let's just be realistic. We're gonna be, the Cowboys,
That
even
ain't
with
happening
losing,
because your offense is too good.
yes, and not taking that away from
Like,
the Cowboys. I don't think we're a Super Bowl team, but we still will be in the middle type of team, which our picks will be either 15 and back, 15 and up. We're not
yeah.
getting anything in the top 10 because we're not going to be that sorry in the next couple years. It just was crazy.
Well,
It's crazy planning.
where where was the pick last year that y'all got Tyler Booker? How far down the
I
first round
think
was
we
that?
I think we was at like number 10, 11. We was like within 10, 11, or 12, I
Yeah.
think, if I'm not mistaken.
I
So
mean, that
even
was
with the
with
best,
Micah.
yeah, and that's with Micah, that's with Dak getting hurt, and that's with Dak Prescott getting hurt last year. Because you remember, I knew it was trouble in Dallas last year with Michael Parsons when we lost that game because of the bonehead special teams play, and you saw a man and Michael Parsons cry. Skip Bayless can say what he want to. A player like Michael Parsons, stats don't always, the term, don't showcase his playing and the things that he contribute on the field.
Yeah. Because like they pointed this out, like the Packers defense, they needed help on the pass rush
Hmm.
because their back end, their defensive back room isn't deep and they're young. So they needed help
Hmm.
on for pass rush. Micah Parsons to me is very similar to that of like a Trey Hendrickson for the Bengals or a Miles Garrett
Yes.
or a TJ Watt. Like, yes, their production, even if it's down, like let's say Micah has, I don't know, 10 sacks this year for the Packers. That's going to open up
Hmm.
Rashawn Gary because you got to double team one of them. And if your pass rush is getting
You
home, which
you
it will
pick your
be,
poison.
because they'll be playing with a lead because
Hmm.
the offense is you got Josh Jacobs, you got Christian Watson if he's healthy, you got Romeo Dobbs, Matthew Golden, Jordan Love is a good. And what I don't understand is there's Cowboys fans turning on Micah, saying Micah should have just played on the deal. Micah should have just
No,
accepted the Micah with this money. Micah can now. His mom retired yesterday. Like that was
I saw
one
that.
of the videos that Micah posted was his mom can retire now because he's good. Their family's good. But what's
Yeah,
crazy to me is Micah didn't want to leave Dallas. He
he
requested
did.
a trade, but that was only to try to get Jerry to talk to the agent. And I don't think people are comprehending. If Jerry wouldn't talk to David Mulligetta for Micah Parsons, do you really think he's going to talk to George Pickens and David Mulligetta in the offseason? Because George is on the
Mm-mm.
last year of his deal, and Mulligetta's his agent. They're not talking
They're
because
not.
if if I'm David Mulligetta, any of my clients that are free agents, I'm going, do not go to Dallas. Don't do it. And as far as the Arch Manning thing, do you really think that
And
that
that's my
family,
take.
what they did with Eli, how they had Eli go to the Giants instead of going to the Chargers, do you not think that family saw what happened yesterday? Do you really think they're going to go, yeah, we'll let Arch play in Dallas? They have the power. They're not doing that. They've still got so much
Then
power.
no.
They can tell Roger Goodell that's not happening. You say another name on the card. It ain't happening. I don't care who Jerry
Hmm.
wants. Like,
Yeah, and Arch has that pull, unlike my boy Prime thought he had. But Arch has that. The Manning family has that pull like that. And I don't know what Jerry is thinking. You. we done got rid of 2,000 yards running back in the last 2 years with Tony Pollard, Dardale, which I think he was a decent running back. We done got rid of. You get rid of
Rico
Marco,
Dowdle, yeah.
yeah, Rico Dardale. You get rid of Tony Pollard, who I loved. I loved him. You get rid of him thinking
Well,
that we
you know
finna
what?
open up room for Derrick Henry, but you don't get Derrick Henry.
That's what's crazy. They could have paid Derrick Henry $14 million to come to Dallas. He wanted to go to Dallas. He
And
bought a house in Dallas.
and he
Like,
said Jared never reached out to him. And this year, man, and
nope.
even this year, man, I like the George Pickens pickup. We had so many good free agents out there on both sides of the ball that could have got us over the hump. And then Jared talking about some Super Bowl. This gonna getting rid of Michael Parsons is gonna get us in the Super Bowl the next 5 years. I don't know what liquor or dope he is smoking. No, we're not.
Well, because
I
here's
don't
the
see
thing.
it.
The only like elite pass rusher you could, and it's gonna be almost impossible to replace Micah. But the only elite pass rusher coming out next year that you might be able to replace Micah with is T.J. Sanders at South Carolina. He's gonna go in the top 10.
Yes.
Which, unless the Dallas Cowboys are just terrible, which their offense is too good not to be in the middle of the pack, or the Packers somehow get imploded and get a first overall pick or something, you're not getting Sanders. And nobody is going to accept, if Dallas tries to trade up, no one's going to take those picks because they'll be late picks.
Yeah.
Like, the
And
Browns and the Jags pick is smart because the Browns will have two picks in the top 10 to either get a quarterback or a pass rusher to help Myles Garrett or something, depending on
yes,
what they do with their quarterback room. Because they have the
right.
Jags first overall pick, which won't be that good. I think the Jags will be better, but they're still trying to build with Trevor Lawrence. And then you've
Mm-hmm.
got the Browns that, they're not going to be good. So,
No,
but that
the
trade
Browns
also
not gonna
happened
be.
on draft night. If Jerry said they thought about trading Micah since they hired Brian Schottenheimer, then why didn't you trade him before the draft this past year so you could actually use those assets to build a team?
Yes.
Instead,
And
you didn't sign anybody in free agency that's worth anything other than Pickens, and you had to trade for him.
that's mm-hmm.
That's the other thing. I could be wrong because obviously I'm not an NFL GM or owner. Doesn't the GM have to talk to the agent about trading for a player?
They have to. And that's the
So
last thing that I thought as well.
Jerry had to talk to Devin Mulligetta to be able to trade for George Pickens, but
Hmm.
yet he said he didn't know who Devin Mulligetta was. I love Jerry. I really do. He should be the
Jerry's
owner
entertain.
forever.
Yes, he's the entertainment. And I think you say other than the
Yeah.
Sanders, you may tell all the other player that might can equal up to somebody who to the talent if they if they're healthy and made a good recovery is Lawson. Lawson from Lawson with us. If he can come back, that'll be a good first round
Yeah,
pick
I forgot
for us.
about Lawson.
Yeah. But other than that, man, it's not looking good for us. And and uh,
But here's
and
another guy.
all we was able to get Pittsburgh. Even the only reason we was able to get Pickens because Pittsburgh was just more tired of Pickens than anything.
Well, see, they pointed this out today on TV, and I agree with them. Jerry, for the first time in his life, let emotions deal with the business. Because when
Hmm.
he told Stephen A. Smith that it's him and Micah, and then that agent about a mile back trying to get his nose in it, that told me this isn't about the agent. This isn't about he looks at Micah like a son, and he wants to deal with Micah. Micah says, I don't know anything about contract stuff. Because also, there is no way David Mulligetta would have let Micah sign a 5-year deal. It wouldn't have happened.
No, it
Pass
wouldn't.
rushers don't sign 5-year deals. They sign 4 years is the most I've seen a pass rusher sign for in probably a decade. They usually get 3
Yeah.
years with a 4th year player option. He got 4
Mm-hmm.
years outright. That shocks me as long as that deal is, because Mulligata is one of the best in the business, but that contract is front loaded for the first 2 years. So really, Mike is getting all his money in the first 2 years. So by the time he's 29, he'll be cheap for the Packers cap. Plus, they can. He'll be more flexible to move if they want to move on from him. But there's
And
32 teams in the NFL, and the only team that would trade Micah Parsons is the Dallas.
I
You know what
mean,
would have been really funny, and I would have enjoyed this. What if Jerry? Because the Packers are bad enough. I mean, that's the team that beat you on the playoffs.
right,
That's the team that for
several
years have kind
times.
of kept y'all out of the NFC Championship game. What if? Because it would have just been so funny. What if he had traded Micah to Philadelphia? That would have been the most
I
Jerry
think
Jones move of all time.
I think that would have been the time that you would have really seen me denounce the Cowboys and go to the Eagles.
Oh, I don't think I would have asked
And
you on the show if they had traded him.
I would have said it. You
I
would
would
not
have
have
been
had to
like,
ask me. And
you would have
and
texted
Nick,
me,
I don't know
I
about you.
need your show now.
I would have said that. Nick, if I help me, I guess it's just me, right? Why not send Michael
Yeah,
Parsons to the AFC, to teams that you might not even see, to the Super Bowl if you make it, or once every couple years? Why send him to the NFC, and we have to play the Packers, I think week 4, if I'm not
week
mistaken.
4, Sunday Night Football
Week 4 we
in
played
Dallas.
in Dallas.
Dak Prescott is gonna. I wonder if Dak's gonna be like. I wonder if Dak's gonna be like, Micah, I loved you. I didn't want you to go anywhere. Me and CD, let's not
They
kill
did.
me. Also, if
They
I'm
did.
not mistaken, Micah would probably be lined up on the rookie that y'all
On
got.
Booker side.
He wouldn't even be lined up
Yes.
on one of the.
Yeah.
I may need to live stream for that game.
I think I'm hey, talk with JB. We might have to give you some clips. You watching the game. we we might have to do something
Oh,
special that
dude.
week. I mean,
Y'all might need to
I
live stream the game,
I
man. Just watch it live.
yeah. If
Oh,
we are
dude.
able to with
I
rights
just
and
thought of
stuff.
this. Every time sacks Dak, I just want him to look up at Jerry Jones' suite because he'll know where the suite is. I want him every
Yep.
time just to look up at the Jones' suite. And I want Dallas fans, Dallas, if your fans are listening, buy Micah Parsons Green Bay Packers jersey and wear it to that game. Even if you're a Dallas fan, wear it just like the Mavs fan did it with Luka. They wore his
Right.
Lakers jersey when Luka returned to Dallas.
Yeah,
Wear Parsons. It'll be out by then. Order it,
the two
dude. I
it's
feel
the two Dallas time. The
I
two
do feel
Dallas
bad for
teams.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
I wonder if
Like
Jerry Jones
Stephen A.
called Nico
Smith. I
before the
used to
trade
look
wanted to pay
forward.
him.
Ain't no tip. It, it's not even gonna be fun watching Stephen A. Smith. I used to look forward to the Stephen A. Smith videos laughing.
I don't think he can anymore.
I don't
Although, did you see what he tweeted out?
it's to the point. No, I didn't.
He quote tweeted somebody took a picture of a Cowboys sticker on the back of a car and said, I have followed this car for 4 hours honking at them, and Stephen A quote tweeted it and said, great job. Like I here's the thing, I do feel bad for Cowboys fans, I do,
Right.
because Micah was the new, like, he was the franchise. As much as
He
Jerry
was.
wants to say it's his franchise and all that, no, Micah was. It's not Micah's fault. And people kept pointing out, well, look at how he played against the Packers. And well, when you're playing from behind the entire time and you can't rush the passer because they're running the ball,
You're not effective.
The
Duh,
the offense did nothing to help Micah. Like,
help him.
and they pointed out the San Francisco game. You mean the game where the defense showed up and the offense didn't?
Yes.
Like,
And how many times have we heard a coach tell the offense, we need to stay out of third and long, third and six,
dude.
third and four, third and three, third and five. Because guess what? Because if it's third and long, you're gonna have to pass. Then that's when your pass rushers are more effective. But if you running the ball and he's on the line, he's not effective because he's having to chase down the running back. And unless the running back comes on his side,
Yep.
he's not effective.
And like Jerry kept saying, we got to stop the run. That is true. You got Saquon Barkley you got to deal with. But you know what else you got to deal with? You've got a division where it's Jaden Daniels, Terry
Mm-hmm.
McLaurin, and Debo
Mm-hmm.
Samuel. And yes, I'm
Yes.
putting Debo on that list because if jet sweeps and stuff like that, like Debo's effective. And on the
He's gonna
Giants,
be effective in
you
that
have
offense.
Malik Neighbors, and whether it's Russell Wilson
Mm-hmm.
or whether it's Jackson Dart, both of them have strong arms and can throw the deep ball. But you know what will terrorize them? If they're playing from behind, they have to throw the ball, and Micah's coming off the edge. I don't even know who the backup is in Dallas. I got no clue who's behind Micah because
Mixing,
I haven't been
mix.
Micah.
I think
Oh
from the
Lord.
mix from for who played at Tennessee, Joe
Oh my Lord.
Joe Mix, I think. Yes. And once again, then you still got with the Eagles, you got Jalen Hurts, you got AJ Brown, uh
And Devontae Smith.
Smith, Devontae Smith, Saquon, and those guys. And like you said, and with the Giants, whether it's Russ or Jason Dark, their offense is in good hands now because they got senior quarterback and and also Jason Dark can move around. It's a good thing that he's out of that Lane Kiffin system because I've always thought that he was a good quarterback. So now he has a chance to
Yeah.
prove himself, and we just have not done anything. Jerry has not done anything to show that
This
he's serious about winning the Super Bowl. He has he's
you
continued to
know
run with that narc
he
system and that iron fist.
yeah. But like everybody kept saying, like Marcus Spears, Dan Orlovsky, because like the Cowboys franchise was like, this is like the same as Dak and CD. He'll get paid. All the media people were like, this is different. Jerry
Mm-hmm.
feels like he was personally attacked. Jerry feels like he's being screwed. And when Jerry told Stephen A. Smith, I'm not playing that shit, but then he also said, we're not trading Micah because this. I knew they were trading Micah. I just didn't think it would
Mm-hmm.
actually happen. I didn't think it would be a week before the kickoff. Like, I wonder
Right.
if Jerry was like, wait a minute. Everybody's talking about college football kicking off tonight. Boom, blockbuster. Micah Parsons, get out. And then everybody
Eh,
talked about
eh,
Micah last night and Dallas.
eh,
And Jerry
And,
said
and you
he would create controversy.
and you tell another problem Jerry have. Jerry loves a headline, whether it's good or bad. He don't care. He doesn't care if we winning. He likes to be a headline. If we're losing, he just loves to hear his name. He loves that attention, and so right now he is soaking it up because a week going into college football, where we focus on Alabama, Auburn, and our big games this weekend. We are
And
still
we're talking
talking
about
about
Micah.
we got Michael Parsons, and it was my
And you
honor to
mentioned
get you
why I
up.
traded him to the Packers. You mentioned why they traded him to the Packers. So I actually looked
Mhm.
into this. The Packers were one of, I think, 4 or 5 teams that could afford to pay Micah. And the
Mm,
other 3 teams, I think it was 5, and 3 of the teams were NFC and 2 of them were AFC. But the AFC ones were the
okay.
Patriots and the Raiders.
Mm,
Like, the Raiders could have afforded to pay Micah and pay Max Crosby. Could you imagine Vegas with Pete
oh,
Carroll's energy and you got Micah on one side and Max Crosby on the other? Geno Smith and Ashton Genty, Brock Bowers, Jacoby Myers if he stays, Amari Cooper on the
man,
like, dude, that's a scary team.
That would have been, and with Brock Bowers, that would have been a scary team. And once again, all Vegas needed was that big name. They got one with Crosby. Man, that would have been a dynamic duo seeing Crosby and Michael Parsons.
Dude. And like now Cowboys fans are like, oh guys, because I saw somebody tweet this. Guys, we're gonna get Trey Hendrickson next year. No, you're not. No, you're not.
No, we're not.
Trey's not gonna want. First of all, if Trey doesn't get franchise tagged or doesn't re-sign a long-term deal with the Bengals, which I don't think at this point he will, he'll be a free agent, which means he can go wherever he wants. You really think he's gonna say, I want to go to Dallas? Nobody says that anymore.
Nope. And Dallas is not the place to
Trey
go.
is not gonna say I want to go there. And also, Trey's going to be 31 next year. So the market's going to be slim for him anyway.
Right.
But the thing is, Jerry, and this is why I wish, and I part of me wonders if Micah does his 4 years in Green Bay and then ends up in Philadelphia. Because Reggie White did his years in Philly and then ended up with Green Bay. I wonder if Micah goes to Philly because he's close with Saquon, he's close with Hurts, he's close with AJ, and he's close with Devontae. Plus a defensive line with him and Jalen Carter.
And Khalid
Talk
Campbell.
about a nightmare. Yeah, Jahad Campbell, yeah.
Jahad Campbell,
I forgot about Jahad Campbell being on the roster. That's the other thing, dude. We haven't been able to like weekly shows have not been able to talk about actual football because Jerry's hogging up all the press with the Micah stuff. So
true.
Me and Rodney have been talking about Jerry and Micah. I don't know if you and JB have, but that's all we've talked about was Jerry, Micah, Trey, and Terry.
And that's what both men. Unfortunately, we had Kira Witt from Crimson Watch on there, so we was able to talk about Alabama football this week, this week. But once again, right after that, like you said, we back to Jerry, back to videos. I'm getting different videos, different clips, all on First Take. You hearing Jerry, you seeing the different former players saying, how they all saying it doesn't make any sense. And I just don't get why he did not want this man agent to be, because guess at that moment, me personally, I'm not going to talk to you because I don't understand numbers. I'm going to have my agent in there a person that understands numbers.
Like Stephen A. Smith even said, as old as he is, like Stephen A. Smith said, as old as I am, as accomplished as I am, as much as I understand numbers, I don't go into a meeting with anybody at ESPN about a contract without an agent. And he said most organizations refuse to talk to you unless you have an agent, which is true.
Yeah.
They don't want to talk to you representing yourself because it can get personal and things can be said and they want to keep it business. So they don't want to talk to the talent because they don't want the talent to truly know we only value you here, but we'll give you this because of this. They don't want that because they don't want the talent to get personal and get jaded. That's the thing.
Yes.
Jerry said yesterday in the press conference, I'm sorry to cut you off. He said yesterday in the press conference, he was like, somebody asked him, you look at Micah, his production the last 4 years, over 12 sacks every season. What do you say to the players that don't have that production, that are coming up for a contract, that are going well, what do I have to do to get paid? And he goes, ask Dak. Highest paid man in the NFL. That should not be what you say. Because you handle Dak's contract with an agent. Todd, you and Steven had dinner with Dak, and then Dak said, okay, here's my agent, and you talk to Todd Archer. It's something about David Mulligetta that Jerry don't like. And I think I might know what it is, but I don't want to say it. I'm thinking Jerry might be a racist. Because all the contract, because think about it. Todd Archer got Dak's deal done. Ferguson's deal got done by his agent. His agent is a white man. David Mulligetta is a black man, a very successful black man. But Jerry refused to talk to David. He only wanted to talk to Micah. And then he told Michael Irvin, you get Micah and bring him here and we'll get it done. Michael Irvin is not an agent. Michael Irvin has
He's
an
a
agent.
and he's a former player, and I don't get, but he got that he got that Suge Knight mentality. Welcome to Death Row Records. Don't worry about it. Just get you sign your name and I'll take care of the rest. I'll fill in the rest. That Suge Knight, that Don King type of mentality. And once again, you need your agent. Let's say it might be bonuses in there, because your agent, even with as good as the numbers are, your agent still can let you know whether it's a good deal or a bad deal.
Well, first of all, a 5-year deal at $40.5 million, because that's what Jerry offered him back in April. That 5-year deal looks stupid compared to TJ Watt's $41 million deal for 3 years. It's more money up front for TJ, just like it's more money up front for Micah, and it was more money up front for Myles Garrett and Max Crosby when they signed. Yeah, 40 and a half would have been the market in April for a pass rusher. But now the market is $47 million. And if I'm Aiden
Yeah,
Hutchinson, I'm going to the Lions and I'm going, pay me. And honestly, if you're Aiden, probably take less. Because you are
I
coming off
would.
a significant leg injury. And as far as I know, the Lions have not done Aiden dirty.
Right.
But the thing is, dude, draft night. I remember this watching draft night when Micah got drafted, and Micah said the mics were on him, and he said, "If it's Dallas, I'm crying." He wanted to go to Dallas,
He wanted to. You hear players.
and he
You
like
and
Jerry
and
just
this is
screwed him.
and he's making another example that young players are not going to want to go to the Cowboys anymore because he's going to lead that bad. You look at it, once again, as a kid, we wanted to play. How you used to play, man, I'm the Cowboys. You a fuss about who's the Cowboys. Now you hear the little kids, man, we don't want to play for no Cowboys. They stink. They suck. You know, you don't hear that because they was
Right.
American,
You
because the
know what's
Cowboys
crazy?
was American teams.
Somebody posted they tried to do that exact trade, the 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark from Micah Parsons in Madden. And they had it
Hmm.
on the easy mode, like the really easy mode, where like it's almost impossible to get a trade declined.
Yeah.
It got declined because Dallas said they don't feel like they're getting enough back for their value. And like when I made my video about it yesterday, I put that in the video. I'm like, this was done on Madden, and Madden said it was a dumb deal. Like, and Madden is like Madden's a video game. It doesn't matter. You
It
turn the
doesn't matter.
salary cap off, it don't matter.
You can pull some
I've
stuff
traded
off
for
on
Patrick
man.
Mahomes for a 5th-round pick. Like, dude, I honestly, when I saw the news, because I saw Ian Rappaport's Twitter notification pop up with the breaking news alerts and a picture of Micah in a Cowboys uniform. I thought, oh, okay, he got signed. We're good.
Yeah.
Jerry paid him. They're a week out. He'll get in football shape. Nope, he got traded.
No.
He is a week. He's got more time to get ready. Also, I don't know if you noticed this, but his video that he posted, running around his house, jumping, screaming, and happy, I think his back is fine. Some tells me
I
his
think
back
so
feels a
too.
lot better with $140 million in his bank.
I will feel,
Dude, it's
hey, I
so
will feel
crazy.
if I could retire my mama, and that was a touching seeing him to be able to retire his money. That's any young
Dude,
man. You
yeah.
work hard, you able to retire your mama,
To retire
your
your mom.
parent, you know, that's just that's a blessing. And unfortunately, it's sad that it's not the team that he wanted to play for his whole life. But Jerry, and Jerry got that mindset. He was like that stubbornness. It's time for Jerry to go and go home. I like that. You got the Cowboys on the map. You done your good job. Now it's time for you to hand it over to Steven or somebody else who's capable of bringing some dignity and bringing that competitive fire back to this Cowboys organization, which is
Nope. Jerry needs to sell the team. Because here's the thing: if Steven takes over, Steven has seen Jerry run the team for over 30 years the same way. He's going to run the team that way.
right, like his
It's the
daddy.
same thing with it's the same thing with the Bengals, right? Their ownership, the kids of the owner run it the same way. The Colts, Jim Irsay, the loyalty he had to his legend players and his coaches, his daughters are going to do the same way because all they've known is loyalty. Now, they may be more quick to like, hey, we're going to get our people in here, but they know how loyal their dad was. They're not going to want to be having to, because they know what it looks like when you're turning over coaches and players all the time, how tumultuous that can be on a locker room and on a staff. Jerry needs to sell the team, but at the same time, because I'm not a Cowboys fan, I enjoy watching everything the Cowboys do. Now, if I was a Cowboys fan, I would understand Jerry got to go. I think Jerry should run the team forever. The only thing is, he's a GM, so he can't fire himself, or he can, but he won't. And it's not like Steven can go, Dad, you're fired. We're getting somebody in here that actually knows how to do this. Like, you can't, because his son works for him.
Right. And I don't. You can tell the only thing I like about being a Cowboys fan now. You can tell the only thing I like
No,
about
because I
being
don't
a
know what there
Cowboy.
is to like other than what you got.
I I enjoy the messages from you with the crying faces. I enjoy everybody saying go off on the Cowboys. I enjoy my reactions now. I just I enjoy that attention. Now I don't, I just got to the point that I don't have no expectation for us. I just enjoy seeing Jerry look stupid up there because of his decision just to go down there and say that he don't care. I enjoy the voiceovers
Dude,
when they
as soon as I saw that, I thought of my podcast partner Rodney, and then I was like, I gotta make sure Seaway's good. I gotta make sure that he is still, functioning, that he's okay. So I text you. I'm like, you doing okay, buddy?
yeah, I just don't have the energy to carry anymore. You know, you know,
Dude, you know what?
I'm like Usher.
As a Dolphins fan, I can understand a little bit. Like, we haven't been. You got to think, dude. I'm young. I've never seen a playoff win for the Dolphins ever.
Right.
And like, if I'm so, I understand the pain a
I
little bit
haven't.
for the Cowboys of like
Yeah.
no championships since. But dude, the fact that Micah, like, it's Micah freaking Parsons. You don't trade that guy. Trading him is like, it would be like if the Raiders traded Max Crosby.
Yes.
They're the same
Yeah.
age. I'm pretty sure they came in the same draft class. I think.
Yes.
Or like if the Steelers traded T.J. Watt, like T.J. Watt, Max Crosby, Micah Parsons, they were all supposed to be one helmet guys. And dude, what's funny is that everybody, last year everybody was like, man, the Giants have the worst GM in the NFL. They got the worst GM in the NFC. How do you let Saquon Barkley walk? And then this offseason, before the season starts, Jerry said, hold my beer and watch this. Jerry said, no more talking about Joe Shane. Hold my beer. Watch who the worst GM is in football.
And what else is sad about the Cowboys?
What?
The Eagles, since the Cowboys last Super Bowl, the Eagles have been to the Super Bowl 3 times. No, 4 times. And won twice. The Washington been to the conference championship before the Cowboys last Super Bowl. So the Giants don't won 2 Super Bowls. And the Cowboys ain't even been to the conference championship since the last Super Bowl.
Oh, dude. You gotta think. Here's the thing. Because somebody said that Dak Prescott is better than Jordan Love. I don't believe that. I think Jordan's a really good quarterback. But the thing is, look at the playoffs. Dak has 2 playoff wins in 10 years.
Right.
And they came against an aging, old Tom Brady. Who, let's be honest, he knew that was his last game, whether they won or not. I think he was going to leave.
Right.
And who's the other team, y'all? I don't even remember Dax. I guess it was.
We
It
beat
wasn't the
we beat
Rams.
Detroit. We beat. I think
Oh
that beat
yeah.
Detroit twice. Matter of fact, that has three. He beat Detroit twice.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he beat Detroit. Yeah, he beat Detroit because you remember th- we off that fluke play. He beat Detroit
Oh,
off that
that's right.
that
Yeah,
bad call, and he beat Detroit 2 years ago when we end up losing to the Rams when the Rams won the Super Bowl.
dude, that was. You know,
Yeah,
I listen.
so
I almost feel obligated to like send Jerry Jones a personally handwritten. I'll 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 sit down with pen and paper and write him a personal thank you note because I feel like he'll bring it to the next press conference he has and go, "This
hmm
guy really thanks me for trading Micah Parsons. He must he must really
really.
understand business." And I'll watch it and be like, "Dude, I'm making fun of you. I'm not
Mm.
actually." The
And
amount of
and
people that are happy they traded Parsons, Jerry's probably like, look at all these people that are so happy we traded Parsons. We're only happy because he's not a Cowboy anymore and he's not suffered to that toxic environment. We're happy for him. We're not
he's
happy for
going to the
you.
he's going to the promised land now.
Now Micah
Eh,
might win a Super
I'm
Bowl.
just thinking, yeah, he might. I think with that Cowboy, I mean with the Green Bay team, they are championship caliber now. And what's sad is that I think I will say Jordan Love is a step above Dak. I think Dak is a good quarterback. He's a game manager, meaning that hey, if you want him to manage the game, he can. Now, can he do you want him to be in a passing only situation in which he has been in over the last since his last in his tenure at the Cowboys? When the Cowboys started losing, is because Dak be put in those get pass only options where he has no choice but to
Well,
pass
you
the
ain't got a
ball.
run game. You got no
Yeah,
offensive line. You got no run game. So here's the thing. Jerry wants to talk about we got to stop the run. You got to get a run game to learn how to stop the run. You know why the Eagles are so good at stopping the run?
and
Because they practice against Saquon Barkley every day. You know why the Lions are so
right.
good at stopping the run? They practice against Jameer Gibbs and David Montgomery. You know why the Chiefs are good at it? Because one, they got Chris Jones in the middle, and two, they're practicing against Isaiah Pacheco every day. The teams that are really good
And
at stopping
also
the
Thunder
run are really good at running the
Baltimore
ball.
Ravens. Look at
They practice
Baltimore.
against
They
Derrick
got to go
Henry and
against
Lamar Jackson every day.
Mark Jackson every day. And so you have to have a running back. Because guess what? Because guess what? A good running back and a good quarterback would challenge their offense, their defense to be better at practice. The Cowboys, you look at the Cowboys also too. The Cowboys also don't have no bench players right now. They help to challenge the starters to say, hey, I need to play so I can get my money. I need to play to perform. So
They've got
now
no depth. They're not deep.
th-
They've got
no
22
depth.
guys. They got actually. Wait a minute. They've got 21 guys because they
hmm
traded their other. They traded
And I
their guy yesterday.
and Nick, you me tell you another reason why it's going to be a long season for the Cowboys. Our two starting cornerbacks have both came off of ACL and leg injuries.
Yeah, Bland and Diggs.
Blaine and Diggs. And Diggs, not only Diggs done came off of two season injuries.
Oh, and by the way, uh, Diggs' best friend was Micah Parsons. Do you
Yes.
really think he's going to be happy going out there playing and not looking down the field and seeing number 11 handling the pass rush? No.
You,
Honestly, if I'm Trayvon Diggs, I know we're like a week out from the season. If I'm Trayvon Diggs, if I'm CD Lamb, I don't care how much you paid CD. If I'm
mm,
George Pickens, if I'm Deron Bland, I'm going to
I'm
Jerry's
not.
office and I'm going, trade me right now or I'm not playing. Trade me or I'm not
And
playing.
you me tell the only way. Yep. You me tell the only way that I think that Jerry can stop this madness. Us Cowboys fans and the players, we got to hit Jerry's pocket. As long as the Cowboy fans are still buying merchandise, still
That
buying paraphernalia, still going to the game, as long as he's still going to the games, he's gonna
there.
continue this madness. But if
Well,
I really
nobody's
believe,
controlling him.
Yeah, because now nobody control it. So now, if you stop buying merchandise, he's not making any money. His old behind might wake up and say, "I need to do something because I'm losing money."
But see, here's the thing though. In Dallas, on a Sunday afternoon or a Sunday night or a Thursday night or a Monday night, there's nothing, ain't nothing really to do. Although Dallas is a
But
great
what?
city, but you're gonna go watch the Cowboys. Not to
That's
mention their practice facility has apartments around it, so people are gonna watch them anyway. Oh, that's another thing.
true.
Micah no longer has to worry about the public taking pictures of him at practice because they're not
Yes,
there. He gets a private practice. He can go work out in the weight room and not have to worry about a tour going on around Lambeau Field because the Packers don't do
yeah,
that. And the best part is the
yes,
Packers don't have an owner slash GM. They've got a GM, they've got a president, and they've got a coach. They don't have an owner. The people own the Packers. And the other thing,
yes. And
somebody
then
pointed this out, their president, do you remember when Charles Haley was traded from the 49ers to the Cowboys?
yeah,
The guy that was the president of the 49ers that helped the Cowboys build that dynasty with Charles Haley, his son is the president of the Packers.
like father, like son.
Except this time,
Now,
Jerry helped him. Oh, I
boy.
love Jerry.
Oh, I love him for this because now you bringing out more and more funny things that we can laugh at. And I know I'm not gonna speak too soon, but I did tell JB that my brother want at least 5 or 10 minutes on the show Tuesday so we can laugh at Jerry.
Hey, man.
And
Hey,
I took
I won't be able to watch it live because me and Rodney are, dude, I cannot listen. Rodney made a video yesterday and he said, wait for Tuesday night. Wait for Tuesday night when we are live. Dude, I'm going to have
okay,
a whole segment that just says Parsons traded to the Packers, just like this. I'm going to dip out of the thing and let him have the whole screen to himself. I can't wait, dude. Oh my God.
I
We may get banned
I
on
can't wait to
YouTube
see.
or whatever because I'm not going to filter him. I'm not going to say, hey, don't say this or don't say that. I'm going to say, just go. Just go. I'll deal with it later.
I
Just go.
I want to see this. I definitely want to see this.
Oh, dude,
I
I'll
definitely
send it
want to
to
see
you.
it.
I'll send you the link so you can watch it after you and JB are done. Because the other
Yeah,
thing is like y'all are live at 8 o'clock. We're live at 8 o'clock. Uh,
yeah.
and Herb and Roger live at 8 o'clock. Like the other night, I popped in and said, "Hey to y'all." We had not went live yet because Rodney couldn't go live until 30 minutes after the normal schedule time. But dude,
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, Rodney, I'm going, and I'm not gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna be down there though where they can't hear me laughing, dude. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
Tuesday, dude. Honestly, I got an idea. I'll talk to JB about it. What if we just do y'all show and our show all together? So we all four can just laugh at the
Oh,
Cowboys. Just do a double stream.
it's, yeah. I like that.
I,
At
I might
least
I
when
might
we get
ask
to that
JB
Cowboy
for one
segment.
night only. For one night only, just do a double
Okay.
stream. The Cowboys will probably be the entire.
Hey,
Oh man, dude,
I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
dude, I just can't believe. Did you draft any Cowboys players or the Cowboys defense in the fantasy
I
draft
have
that
the
we had?
I got the Cowboys defense, but I'm about to drop them.
I'm
Uh
about to say,
I
dude,
dr-
I literally in one of my fantasy leagues, as soon as Micah traded the Packers, I dropped the Commanders defense and grabbed the Packers defense
that
strictly
was
for the pass
smart.
rush.
I think I'm about to ready to go. I'm gonna ready to go take your number. I'm gonna go get the Commanders defense because the Cowboys defense is gonna ready. And I got you me tell what's sad, bro. You me tell who the best player for the Cowboys is right now is
CD
our
Lamb.
kicker. Our kicker, no,
I
our
was going
kicker,
to that.
Aubrey.
I was going.
CD
Hey,
Lamb is
he
good, but
may kick
right
a
now,
lot. He'll kick a lot.
uh, he kicks a lot.
He'll because
Yeah,
they're going
that's
to
what I'm
have to
saying.
score at least 40 points a
He,
game to win.
yeah, because he was the reason that helped me beat. Because I was struggling in fantasy last year. Aubrey was the person that helped me beat. Him and Adams start playing good later on in the season. Aubrey was the reason why I ended up winning the championship because he was able to kick a lot of field goals.
Dang, dude, that's crazy. That's honestly, dude, if I think the Cowboys may now have the worst defense in the league because at least the Bengals have Trey Hendrickson for this year.
Right.
The Cowboys no longer have their superstar edge rusher. They may be the worst defense in
You
the league.
lose you lose your best team, your best playmaker. So I just picked up your defense, your old defenses.
Oh, go ahead, dude. Ain't no problem. I don't mind. No, I grabbed the no, it wasn't in that league. It was in a different league that I grabbed the Packers. But either way, grab the Commanders or grab somebody. Because, dude, Micah's gonna eat with the because they're gonna be playing with a lead because they can run the
Oh,
ball. Hey Jerry,
oh,
hey Jerry,
the Packers defense is available in our league.
grab them, grab them. Okay, hey Jerry, this goes back to what I was saying. In order to stop the run, you got to be able to run the ball. The Packers can run the ball, and they can stop
Mm,
the run. Oh, and you know how you get Micah to be better at stopping the run? By having a team that can run the ball, that he can
mm-hmm.
practice stopping the run against. Dude, I
Right.
feel bad for I want to say this. I do feel bad for Brian Schottenheimer. This is his first year as the head coach. And look, they've already had a game plan for without Micah anyway. But now he knows
Mm-hmm.
for sure Micah's not going to be there. Like he even said I think he said on Monday or something, like Micah will play. Micah will be there. We believe he'll play.
And I feel sorry for
Oh,
a
he
first
gonna
year
play.
coach. Yes,
He's
and
gonna
I feel
play.
sorry for a first year coach who really. You can tell why another reason, the most important reason why I feel sorry for him. A lot of people, even fans, already didn't want him to be our coach. And
Yep.
I'm included in it as well. I did not want him to be the coach. You already have a lot of people, scouts, fans, the media already thought that he should not have been the head coach in the first place. But now you get him. Okay, offensively, you helped him out. I thought that was a big pickup getting Pickens. But defensively, you also got a new defensive coordinator now. So defensively, you have taken away this man's best shot and having a good defense. Michael Parsons, you don't get rid of no Mike. I still don't get it. You don't get rid of a player like
And
Michael
you trade
Parsons.
him to a team you're playing in 4 weeks.
No, weeks, and you know he's
Dude,
gonna be hungry, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna call that and say, please don't take it personal, because guess what? If me and you are best friends, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. I say, hey, bro,
don't
when
take
you
this
see me coming,
personal,
just
but
go
I'm
ahead
gonna
and go
hurt
down.
you.
Hurt. I'm gonna say, hey, just if you don't want to get hurt, just go. When you see me coming, just go and go down, because I'm about to destroy you.
What's even crazier is like, you know what? What Dak needs to do for Micah is what Brett Favre did for Michael Strahan. Just go down. Just play dead. Just play possum.
Mm-hmm.
Just hide. Run and hide. Because I'm telling you right now,
Yeah.
Micah's gonna headhunt. And he won't do it on
Mm-hmm.
purpose, but he's gonna want to prove a point to Jerry. And he's not gonna look at
Yes.
Dak and see Dak Prescott. He's gonna look at Dak and see Jerry Jones.
And see, Jerry, and he's gonna embarrass the offense. Oh, this gonna be funny. And on top of
Bro,
that,
I feel
Josh
bad for
Jacobs.
Tyler Smith. I feel
I
bad
do
for
too.
Tyler Smith, bro.
And once again, Josh Jacobs was another player that the Cowboys could have had in the free agency.
Bro, they could have had Saquon. I
Yes.
mean, Saquon wanted to go to Philly, but like, if Dallas had offered him the money, look at what Philly paid him for 1 year. Tell me, it's like, come on, man.
Yes. And now you
Oh,
can't get Derrick Henry because Baltimore signed him and saw the impact that he had in one season and then paid him more money. Every
same with
owner,
Saquon. Same with
the
Saquon.
Saquon, yes, every owner has sense to go ahead and pay their best players, the players that they need on his team, on their teams, except for Jerry Jones.
You
The
know what's
same thing with
crazy,
Amari
dude?
Cooper.
I just remembered this. You know what's crazy is
Mm,
that Micah wanted to get paid last offseason,
yep.
and his agent was like, "Well, let's wait because you can get more." And Micah, according to reports, I don't know if this is true, but Micah told his agent, "Nah, I just want to be in Dallas. I'll sign for less." He
Yeah,
would have
I remember
signed
that.
for less. You could have got him for like
I
30
remember
something million dollars.
you can- when a player and when you look at him and everybody hollering about it's a distraction, but it was personal. When you see this man, it's like almost breaking down, like he's crying, miserable because of the way he's been treated. Like you said, it's not that he didn't love his players, but when you got CD Lamb saying shake my head, you have players, these type of decisions destroy franchises.
Bro, you know
I
what
mean,
was
destroy
crazy?
chemistry as well.
I saw this, and I want to get the quote correctly, so I'm going to pull it up. I saw this quote, and I sent it to Rodney. I'll send it to you as well. Um,
Oh,
but it was reported that, and this was reported by Jane Slater, who is a Cowboys insider. She works at ESPN. She's very good at her job. Micah Parsons went back to the Cowboys about an extension. This was reported last night. Went back to the Cowboys about an extension this week
mm,
and was told to play on the 5th year or leave. And this was like 30 minutes before the trade was announced.
and
Jerry,
he,
and look, I believe that because, again, it's coming from Jane Slater.
I believe
Jerry,
that.
I hope to God Jerry did not look at Micah Parsons and go, shut up or leave. Because that's basically what that saying is. He told him to shut up and play or leave. Jerry, look, dude, I was going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Look, $47 million a year is a lot of money. But here's the
Hmm.
thing. He wanted to be a Cowboy. You probably could have paid him $41.5 million for a year, and he would have taken it.
I think
Because
so.
now you got to think, this is going to be very similar. I think this could have the same league-wide effect as like Deshaun Watson to the Browns. Not as far as play on the field, but the contract. Because now that market is
The amount of
reset to
money.
$47 million a year. So if you're Aiden Hutchinson, if you're Will Anderson Jr., who hasn't got paid yet, dude, Will's gonna
Ooh,
get paid a lot of money
they
too.
gonna get. He's gonna get paid because look at the impact that he's having. He's gonna get paid. He's opened up. Michael Parsons just opened the door up for
For
so
all
many
the
other
pass rushers.
defensive all the pass rushers because once again the Eagles have given you the blueprint. You're not gonna beat a Patrick Mahomes if you can't have no pass rushers. If you don't, you look at it. That's why the Eagles had so much success against Kansas City because they didn't have to play from behind. Jalen Hurts played a great game. The Eagles jumped on them early and made Patrick Mahomes have to pass only.
Yep.
And I don't care how good a quarterback you are, the more dropbacks you have, the more chances you are going to get hit. You don't need all those dropbacks, especially playing from behind.
And this is the last thing I'll say. Um, if you're Abdul Carter, if I'm the Giants, I'm paying Abdul next year. I'm like, dude, here, take it. Because
Mhm.
if he's got
I'm
3 years before he's up, that money's well to be like $60 million a year for a pass rusher, and Abdul Carter will be worth $60 million a year. So the pass
I'm
rushers are about to start making quarterback money because of what Micah Parsons did. So
Parsons did.
if you're a pass rusher or a pass rusher's agent, you're like applauding David Mulligeta and Micah Parsons. If
Mhm.
you're a front office executive or a GM that has to handle contracts, you're like, Green Bay, what? It is not an overpay. It's just Dallas screwed up so bad that they had to trade him.
Hmm. And once again, Jerry Jones just won again. He got a headline for being stupid because once again, now if I'm a defensive end, I'm saying if I'm a defensive end, I'm like you. I'm sending Jerry a thank you note saying thank you for opening up the door for for me to get paid. Thank you for increasing my value. Thank you for retiring my mom and my daddy. Thank you.
Yeah, because here's the thing, like, and everybody says, production doesn't matter in the NFL. It's what the market is, what the market is. Because let's be honest, I like Dak, I do, but Dak's production over the last 10 years does not warrant a $60 million contract. Not when Patrick Mahomes is making $45 million. Not when Josh Allen is barely making more than Dak. Like, come on, man.
And
Like,
Patrick Mahomes is the Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP. Done
3
been to the
times.
Super Bowl 5 times. Josh Allen is a MVP 3 times. Yeah, yeah, 3 times. Yeah, Josh Allen, a MVP, and been
Lamar
playing some
Jackson,
dudes.
bro.
Lamar Jackson, MVP. Jalen Hurts, and like you said, Jalen Hurts don't always have the prettiest numbers, but he done been to 2 Super Bowls, and he's a Super Bowl MVP.
Yep.
So, like you said, Jordan Love, and you look at Daniel, what's his name?
Jaden
Daniels,
Daniels.
Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels
Bro.
came in 1 year and went to
Bro,
the
that
conference
money's about to be
championship.
crazy.
And it's easy
Jaden's
to
about to get
say,
paid.
yes, and it's easy to say if the weather could have been better, you could have looked at Jaden Daniels as actually being the Eagles. Jaden Daniels as a rookie was this close, was closer to being Philadelphia the Super Bowl champion than Patrick Mahomes was.
Bro, could you have imagined? I just thought of this. What if Daniels and that Commanders team had went to the Super Bowl and did to Mahomes what the Eagles did to Mahomes? Because that defense was good. Commanders had a good defense.
And I
Could you have imagined?
yes, and it's easy to say
Bro,
that I think that I can't imagine because I thought that either Washington or the Eagles was going to win the Super Bowl. I thought they were just that much better than Buffalo and Kansas City as a whole unit, not of a
yeah,
specific players.
yeah. Like the wide receiver unit for
And
Buffalo is not that great. So like that would have hurt.
it's not
Like the offensive line for the Chiefs
that would have
sucked.
hurt.
That's why they lost.
Mm-hmm.
The wide receivers for Buffalo are not that good. That's why Josh can't. That and the back end of the defense, the safety position in Buffalo needs depth and needs help. Also, it doesn't help that their kicker
And you,
isn't like Tyler Bass is a good kicker, but he's not an elite kicker in big moments. Like, let's be honest.
yes, and every team, and you look at all the Cowboys rivals, right? Every team is preparing their teams for championship to be a championship contender, except for
Except for
Jerry
Dallas.
Jones. Jerry Jones bring
Except for
okay,
Dallas.
he needs help, so he brings. No, Debo Samuels is not the same Debo Samuels from a few years ago, but that knowledge, that experience can open up doors for their younger receivers and a who can help groom a young quarterback. And their defense always been good. The defense been good.
Look at the Commanders were like, hey, we'll pay Terry McLaurin a 3-year deal and give him what he wants because if he's on the field, that opens it up more for Debo anyway.
Yeah,
Like,
you're right. And
dude, I just can't.
then you look at the
I can't believe.
Giants. The Giants bring Russ and drop the young quarterback to get molded with the Malik.
Dude, I can't. I cannot
Yes.
believe that Jerry Jones paid. Like, I woke up this morning and I looked at my phone and I looked at my notifications because I was thinking like last night was a dream and it wasn't true. And I was going to wake
I
up this morning and Jerry was not like Micah was going to have a deal with the Cowboys. And I kept scrolling and I'm like, wait a minute. This really happened. Jerry was really that stupid. I just thought it was like a nightmare for Cowboys fans, but a dream come true for me.
I was hoping it was a nightmare.
Oh, it
I was
wasn't.
hoping that it was fake. I was ready to be like Trump and say fake news. I was ready to say fake news, but then when I saw
Well, you know what's
ESPN, when
crazy
it
is that I don't know if you know the Twitter account, but there's a Twitter account, Ricky the Dog or something, that have been tweeting about Micah getting traded to the Packers for like a week. And on SVP last
he
night,
sure
Scott
has.
Van Pelt literally said, I don't know who Ricky is, but shout out to him because he had it before anybody. Like a fan account got shouted out by ESPN, bro. Oh my god.
Oh, man,
I don't even know who
JB,
Ricky the Dog
hey,
is, but bro, they had it.
yeah, I put it like this. Even if we have to do our podcast is for at least 15-20 minutes live on Tuesday, even if we have to go a little over, you we I think our fans deserve it. Your fans deserve it, and I'm ready to see. I think they deserve to see us rant about the Cowboys, because
Bro, I'm telling you right now. You listen. I'm gonna text JB after this. I'm gonna be like, hey man, I need you and Seaway to be on the show. Okay, we do a multi-stream where you guys are live, we're live, double stream the whole thing, and I just want Seaway and Rodney on the screen so we can have two Cowboys fans ranting about the Cowboys for at least an hour. Oh my god, dude, it was so fun. But hey,
if
man, I appreciate you coming on and doing the video for me, especially under short notice. It was great to
yeah,
finally
but I
get to talk
appreciate
to
you for
you,
having me, brother.
dude. As soon as it happened, I was like, I gotta have him on here now. Like I've been wanting you on here for a minute, but now it's like, bro, this is like great newsworthy to be
Eh,
on. So, man, I appreciate you
yes,
coming
and
on.
if I
Who's your pick
appreciate you for having me,
for
brother.
who's your pick for Auburn and Baylor?
I think that Baylor's going to win.
Okay,
I'm not
you just ain't
convinced.
picking Auburn. You just ain't picking Auburn.
I'm no, I'm just not convinced on Hugh Freeze right now.
Yeah.
I think that he still finds a way to lose the game.
All right. What about Coach Prime versus Georgia Tech? Who you got?
You know, I can't go against my boy Coach Prime.
I'm about to say, bro. You know, Coach Prime
I'm
had
a
to
big
look at that
Coach Pro.
phone yesterday and be like, "What? Y'all trading Micah?" Because
Yes,
I bet you Coach Prime close to Micah, bro. Michael Irvin.
you know, and he
Somebody
close
said
to Jeff.
Michael Irvin. They need to get Michael Irvin one of those things. You know the thing that like women wear at a funeral, like the little black mask looking thing over there. Somebody need to get that for Michael
Oh
Irvin,
yeah,
bro. He
they
was at a
need to.
funeral yesterday.
Yeah, he,
Oh my god. Hey man, I appreciate you being on here. We
I
got to get you
appreciate you for
back
having me,
on.
brother.
Hopefully this Tuesday we can do a double stream with our channel and y'all's channel, and we just have an hour of clowning on. Because dude, I'll be honest, the rundown for the live stream Tuesday night is just Micah Parsons traded. I've got nothing else planned. We're not going to preview anything, any of the games. We're not going to talk about any of the college. We are Micah Parsons show on Tuesday night. And I don't care if Rodney goes, I don't want to talk about it.
I can't.
I'll talk about it and laugh for an hour. Oh man.
I know, right? Yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
Oh yeah, man. It's gonna be fun. Well, Seaway, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter at, let me pulling it up, the Joker, DAJOKA at DJ Seaway1 on Twitter.
By the way, Rap Sheet just tweeted, Micah's now live on NFL Network for his press conference, where we'll get the new number. And dude, you know what, dude? Oh my god, I just thought of this. I want him to clown Jerry Jones. God,
I
you
do
love
too.
me, right? Have him clown Jerry Jones. All right, man. I
Please do.
appreciate it. I'm gonna go watch that and then get ready for the college football tonight. Thank you for being on.
Okay,
Much
brother.
love. Appreciate you. Hey, we got it. We got to do it Saturday night, bro. Or no, not Saturday. Tuesday night.
Yes,
We got to
sir.
do it.
Tuesday night.